Hey everybody, welcome back to Keto with Lee. Now, many of you have been asking me, since you made the bagel recipe, how about a bread recipe? Well, I've been working on that for months now because I don't like the cloud bread, no offense. It's too eggy for me, the taste of it. So I put something together. I hope you all enjoy it. I do call it a dinner roll. It's more like a bun. So I'll let you decide on that. However, that's what today's recipe is about. For those of you who are new to my channel, please remember to subscribe for weekly recipes that are low carb and ketogenic friendly. And visit www.ketowithlea.us for the written recipes for my recipes, all of them, and the macros. I happen to include those for you. I hope they're helpful. Now, let's get right into it. First things first, we have our cream cheese here. I'm gonna add our mozzarella cheese, shredded. This is to get our dough for our buns or dinner rolls. This is butter. We're gonna put this in the microwave and we're gonna go ahead and get it to where it sizzles. So I do that in 30-second intervals. Excuse my voice, not feeling so well. 30-second intervals until it's completely melted and it's smooth. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that in our microwave and I'll show you what that looks like when I come back. The cheese is getting melted. We're gonna go ahead and do our dry ingredients. This is almond flour. To it, we're gonna add dry active yeast. This is more for flavor, not for, to cause it to rise or anything. It gives it that bread-like flavor. So that's what we're doing here. Ugh, it's like stuck on the bottom, sorry. Our cheese is almost done. We're gonna add baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder. This is whey protein. It is unflavored whey protein. 0 carb in that. And this is our cream of tartar. So, get all these yummy things, all these dry ingredients together. And give it a little whirl to make sure it's, excuse me, well incorporated here. Well incorporated for our dough. We're gonna check on the cheese momentarily. All right, now let's check on that cheese. So here's what it looks like, and we're gonna see if it's smooth. It doesn't look like it. It looks like the mozzarella needs to melt a little more. So I'm gonna go to the microwave and I'll be back to show you what it looks like. So now, it took about 3 tries to get this all melted and smooth. So once I stir this together, see how that is? Nice and smooth. That's what we are looking for. Now, to this, we're gonna add the dry mixture. And then we'll top it off with the egg, because this is a little hot and I feel like the dry mixture will cool it off a little, okay? So we're gonna add this in. Okay, come on. And then I'm gonna get a glove and we're gonna mix it into. No, it is going to be hot. The mozzarella, obviously the cheese mixture that's on the bottom is going to be hot. So I'm going to stir it a little bit to help it cool off with the dry ingredients, as you can see here. Okay? And I keep making messes today. I don't know what's going on. Hold on. Alright, sorry about that. So, like I was saying, so I'm going to let it kind of like soak in the dry stuff, and then we're gonna knead it together to create that dough. And here we go. Squeeze, turn, squeeze and turn. See how it's forming there? That's what you want. So awesome. Now what's gonna help keep it together is gonna be our eggs. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get that in there. It's gonna mix in really well. Now what you can do with these is you can make them ahead of time, freeze them, just like my bagel recipe. They're great and they last a really long time, especially in the freezer. I like to let them cool off. I'll cut them open and then I just freeze them in a Ziploc bag or container, airtight container, okay? All right, so now it is kind of a wet dough. Don't be afraid of that. That's okay. All right, so in here, it's kind of sticky. I'm gonna try and do, let me get a piece of parchment paper on this board and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here's the dough. I'm just gonna plop it there. Maybe a mashed potatoes texture. All right, so a little bit more kneading here. Let's try to pick it up there. So I'm gonna make it into a ball. All right, you don't want to knead it too much. And I'm gonna go ahead and just cut it right in half. Okay. Make that into a ball. Make this into a ball. We're looking for 8 pieces. Like that. There's our 4. There's our 8. Okay. So what we're gonna do is roll them into balls and place them on our parchment lined baking sheet. Okay. I'm gonna try and keep them separate because they are gonna, oh, it looks huge. They're gonna spread out. Trying to make them as even as possible, right? That's the goal. I think I failed at that, I will admit. I just think this one's humongous. And this one's super small. So there. There we go. Looks better. And let's spread these guys out. Okay. So now that's what they look like, guys. I'm gonna brush some melted butter on top and we're gonna make it into the oven. So, got some melted butter here. Let's go ahead and do that. Give it a nice brown look on the top. Now remember when you're making this, yes, it's not regular dough, but these do tend to spread out. And what you don't want to do with any kind of dough is overwork it because it'll get really heavy and dense. Okay, and there we go, guys. Now we're off to the oven. This is what they look like straight out of the oven. I just pulled them out. They almost resemble biscuits, believe it or not. Nice browned bottom. Now I'm gonna plate these so you can check them out. Let me know what you think. Ah, really hot.